Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial for your entire face. So I'm going to show you just the basics, contouring. I'm going to show you how to do a matte brown, kind of my take on a smoky eye. And I'm also going to do some winged liner and some brows and maybe some lips. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to get started with that. So what you're going to want to do first is do your lotions, moisturize your face, hydrate it, and then I use a primer. Now normally I use Arbonne's Perfecting primer, but today I'm going to use Smashbox's Photo Finish Foundation Primer. My camera's backwards, so I'll list the products in the description. So you're going to want to take a little pea-sized amount, about this much, if you can see that, and just apply it all over your face. Now this helps so that your primer glides on, your foundation glides on properly, and you don't get any little creases like you would if you had really dry skin. So that's why it's important to hydrate your skin before you apply your primer. So I'm just putting this all over my face. And then next I use my foundation. I'm using Perfecting Liquid Foundation with SPF 15 by Arbonne. It's got some good use out of it. So again, I use a little bit more than a pea-sized amount for my foundation, and just put that all over your face. Okay, so foundation is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to contour my cheekbones using NARS bronzer in Laguna. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Laguna? Yeah. Anyway, and I'm just using an e.l.f. brush. Nothing special, it's just I've been using it for quite some time now and I'm a big fan of this brush. So you want to pack on enough of this bronzer, tap off or blow off the excess, and then suck in your cheeks. Go right under your cheekbone, and I bring it up to my temples, and then just blend that in. Blend it right in to your hairline because you don't want any harsh lines. And then we're going to lighten it in a bit. So then next up, whenever you're contouring, you want to do your forehead. Just a light little line above your forehead, almost in your hairline. Gives your face a little bit more of a dimension, and if you're really fair like I am, you want to have a little bit of a sun-kissed kind of glow. I also do my jawline, because my hair's very short, so my jaw is at focus. Sorry, I lost my light there. My jaw is at focus most of the time, so you want that to be nice and defined. And just buff that in. And then take very little product on your brush. You can either do it with a smaller brush, I just prefer to use my big brush, and go down the sides of your nose. I have a large nose, so it creates more of a narrow look to my nose. And just blend that in a little bit. Again, we're going to lighten up the bronzer whenever we start later on in the video. Okay, so that is my foundation routine. So next up, I'm going to apply a little bit of primer to my eyelids before I do my eyelashes, my eyebrows, because I like to let it sit for a little while. And I'm using Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Base Primer. And for what I'm doing, it acts as a pretty good base. So you just want to apply that all on your eyelids, all the way up to your brow line. Okay, so now I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now whenever you're doing your eyebrows, you can use a pencil, you can use eyeshadows, you can use gels, but I prefer to use a pencil and eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pencil. It's not a name brand pencil, it's just a Kohl eye pencil in light brown. So what I do is I take my spoolie and I brush out my eyebrows first. And then I take my pencil and I line the shape of what I'm going to want my eyebrows to look like. You can follow your natural shape or you can create your own. My eyebrows, you can't really see them that well. They go down to about here. So I like to finish them about here. So I'm just going to continue with that. There we go, and then I take my my spoolie when I'm done to soften them up a bit, make them look a little bit more natural. You want to focus your product on your bald spots more than you do where there is normal hair, because then they really will look drawn on. So I'm just taking Smashbox's Photo Up Eyeshadow Trio in Vanilla, Sable, and Samutra. And I'm using the lightest one, which is Sable. So the one on the top right here. And I'm just going to fill in the starting of my eyebrows where the hair starts to grow. I'm just going to blend that in. Like that. And I take my spoolie and I just brush it through a bit. Make sure everything's blended properly. Just like that. And another trick that I have when it comes to doing your eyebrows, once I'm done the inner towards the bridge of my nose, I take my finger and I wipe away a little bit of what's there, and then I touch it up a little bit with eyeshadow so that they look a little bit more natural. Now that that's done, we're going to get started on the eyeshadow. Now for the eyeshadow, I'm just going to use my Smashbox Trio palette. It comes with these three beautiful colors. I love them all. They're perfectly matte. and they do a really decent job. They're very pigmented. So I'm going to start with this brush. It doesn't have a name on it. It's just a big old poopy brush. And I'm going to use sable right here. And I'm going to bring that into the crease of my eye. Tap off or blow off the excess. And then you want to start just dabbing in the crease of your eye. And then I'm going to blend it. And just like that. Now whenever you're doing a smoky eye, you always want to go from lightest to darkest, because if you go from darkest to lightest, it's harder to cover up the dark if you make a mistake or you don't want that specific color to be that dark. It's easier to build your way to it being darker. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to do my other eye off camera. Okay. So that's both eyes in the one color in sable. You can see that okay. So now I'm going to take a slightly darker color. It is Samutra, if I'm pronouncing that properly. It's the very dark one here at the bottom. And I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm just going to put it in the corners right here. And slowly work my way over towards the inner corner of my eye, because I don't want too much of this product. Just like that. So I just wanted to point out the reason why I'm bringing my eyeshadow down so low is because I'm going to connect it underneath. And before I do that, I'm going to use the last color that I have on here in Vanilla, the very light white. And it's a really nice color. It's just a matte, like a creamy matte white. I'm just going to put that all over the bottom of my lid. I'm going to blend it a little bit up. Just like that. Now before I do the underneath, I'm going to switch brushes. Now I'm just using this very small eyeshadow brush. It's a flat eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to use the Vanilla and just go underneath of my eyebrow to give it a little bit of a highlight. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go underneath my eye in the sable color, the very light brown. I'm just going to start from the outer corner, bringing it in about 1/4 of the way. That's a little bit more than halfway, which is okay. Putting eyeshadow underneath of your eyes gives it a little bit more of that smoky look that you want. Now I'm going to take that same brush with no product on it and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Now, what you're going to want to do is take your liquid liner. I'm not doing a very thick line, but we'll see how it goes because I normally wear very thick lined liquid liner, and I don't really know if I want that for this look, so I'm just going to see how it goes. I'm using Sephora Rio Nights Waterproof Gel eyeliner. You can see that. It's backwards. It's a very dark black. Very nice. And I'm just using a black angled brush to do this. Now you don't want too much product on your angled brush whenever you're using a liquid, because liquids are harder to take off, especially gels. So wipe off a little bit if you have a little bit of excess. And I always start from the outer corner and bring it in. Now whenever you're doing your gel eyeliner, make sure that you're getting your black all the way down into the lash line, because you don't want to see a gap in between. So I'm just going to go over one more time. And I was just making sure that I didn't have a gap between the two. That turned out pretty thin. So now I'm just going to focus on my wing. You can do a wing many different ways. I just like to, pun intended, wing it. So I'm going to take it from where I left off, draw a line, just like that, and then I'm going to fill it in, reattaching it to the line that I made on my lash line. And that's it for your liner. It's not that hard once you get the hang of it. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to do my other eye off camera. And there you have it. That is your winged liner. So now that that's done, we're going to take a mascara. I'm using Arbonne's It's a Long Story mascara in black. My computer keeps dimming in it when it goes into sleep mode, if you're wondering why I keep losing my light. So it's a very beautiful mascara wand. I won't use any other mascara besides this one. Doesn't irritate my eyes. It works amazing, and my eyelashes have grown so long since I've started using this. It's infused with lavender, so it's soothing to the eyes. There's hair growth properties, and it's truly amazing. So I'm going to start off with doing this eye, and I'm going to do the other one off camera. So this is the finished product of the eyes. I think it looks pretty nice. This is my take on a smoky eye. I actually do my eyeshadow like this all the time. It's very wearable. You can wear it anywhere. I wear it to school all the time. I'm in an ECE program, and I think it's appropriate. It's not very subtle, but it's nice. I like having matte brown eyeshadow. So finally, we're going to set all of this with a compact powder. I use Sephora in Clear Light. It's very, very reflective. And I just use the sponge that comes with it. They're handy. So, just dabbing this on. So, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of sparkles to my eyes. I just kind of made that decision. And I'm also gonna put a highlighter on. I'm a big fan of highlighter. I have quite a few highlighters, but first I'm just going to use my sparkles. So this is a Stila Sparkle in Kitten. It's a Magnificent Metals eyeshadow, so it's cream based and it's beautiful, if you can see that. I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm not a big fan of wearing sparkles, but I love this color. Normally I would do this before I do my eyeliner, but I'm just going to be very careful. So I'll show you that without the lid. It's a metallic, sparkly, cream-based eyeshadow. I use my finger because it's a lot easier to apply. It doesn't get cakey like it would on a brush. So I'm also going to add a little bit of a highlighter to my look. I'm using Buxom's highlighter, and I can't find the color. It says Divine Goddess, so I'm just going to go with Divine Goddess. There you have the face and eyes. So I'm going to do a little bit of a lip. I'm not over drawing my lips today. I'm going to make a separate video on how to over draw your lips. But I'm just using Lime Crime's Liquid Velveteens in Wicked. It's a very beautiful color. I'm in love with it. I wear it almost every single day. It's the best. You know, you can do anything whenever it comes to a smoky eye, but I love this look and these lips. The lips make it a little bit more dramatic, dark, and in the center of my lip just has a little bit of an accent. I like doing this. And there you have it. So for the sparkles, I used the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in Kitten again. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you want to see any more videos on how to do certain things, I can pretty much do anything, so leave me something in the comments that you want to see next. Thank you for watching.